everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Gray Man Prepping. Whoa, it's going to be a day for you. It's been a heck of a day for me, but first let's get over there and say hello to everybody that's in here. First in was Shady Hill Homestead, followed by Suzanne Galay, and then Shadow Scout Swede. Oh, Shadow, I will not make it for this Saturday. We are so friggin' busy. I'll talk about what's going on here. Anyways, it mixed in with tonight's topic, or tonight's show. But yeah, we'll not be able to make it to the live stream this Saturday. All right. Next in was Walt Rogers, then Troop 1351. Then Tibor came in the house, followed by Rachel Knight, then Kaylin Strain. And I want to take a moment and thank Kaylin Strain for all the news articles she's been sending me of interesting stuff going on in Iowa, and some of the ones were around the nation that were affecting Iowa that she saw throughout there for me. Marcus here, Chef Tech. Diana Two's in the house. And Seabass is here. Almost missed Seabass because I got near the bottom. It jumped up to go all the way to the bottom. All right. So before I jump into the news, I'm going to go ahead and get that down so I can bring the news up. But my wife and I have been very busy the last couple days, spending hours out in the sun, getting rid of weeds and doing all sorts of stuff on both properties. Yeah, and today we did a huge burn pile of dead lilacs that we pulled out, and they'd overwintered and got them moved out there into the big field across the rows. And we, had a bonfire this morning before the wind picked up too much. And I probably had about, on the Coyote tractor, probably 2, maybe 3 bucket worths of biochar that I back dragged out of the fire and spread around out there, and then I rototilled it all in. Of course, there's still some on the surface, but did a lot of rototilling out there with it. The Aquatic News Network, welcome. I hear noises outside. Can't tell if it's one of the grandkids. Guy came over, got his scooters riding up and down, or what's going on out there. Anyways, so busy. Tomorrow we're going to try to get up to Wolverine soil and rock and see how much they're charging per yard for good compost. We're going to see how good it is, and may wind up taking my trailer up there and getting 2 or 3 yards on it, and then adding it to the raised planter beds, the IBC tote planter beds, and the big section out front, which I've enlarged a little bit. Probably wind up enlarged a little bit more. We dump a bunch of material into it because we got to keep it down level with the driveway, not above it. So we'll be moving stuff out. Chilly, damp, muddy here. Late May, 52 degrees. We hit 80 degrees here today. We weren't supposed to hit 80 degrees until Saturday. And we hit 80 degrees today in the shade on the north side of the house. Yeah. And we were out there running around. I don't know it doesn't, to me, it doesn't look like I'm sure. I'd say a little bit of pink here, but oh yeah. My hands it's not showing up in my hands much at all. But yeah. I got a little toasty when I forgot to wear my gloves, and I forgot to wear my big straw hat. Got a little toasty yesterday. Scorcher in Texas. Storm is about to hit, so that'll help a lot. Okay. Moon over Miami's here. Kaylin Strain said 63 where she's at today. Hang on. I'm going to get up here and look to see how Yeah, we were only supposed to get to 73 today. We hit 80 in the shade. Tomorrow it says 70. All right, 72 on Saturday. They've dropped the weekend temps down. 75 on Sunday, 80 on Monday. Tuesday is 79, 81 on Wednesday. Thursday's 81. So, yeah, it's going to be a scorcher here for next week. But downside is it's the hill. Hope don't lose tomatoes and peppers that are budding or working on getting ready. Yeah. Mark says it's been raining for 3 days here in Pennsylvania. And downside, hail. Yeah. Oh, downside is the hail. There we go. Typo. All righty. So let me get the, here we go. So we got 29 news articles to cover. Some sent, a bunch of them were sent to me by others out there. And so I'm going to start off with from California for Contra Costa County. Mental health gets 98 million boost. 3 new facilities will be built to handle all the mental illness caused by the great nuisance. Oh, you can tell where that was going, actually. I can't believe the number of Angels Homestead is here. And yeah, everybody's thinking, oh, I'm so entitled, but I didn't get it. Oh, I'm so full of anxiety. I'm having mental illness issues because I didn't get what I wanted. 93 degrees in for Miami there, and was over 100 yesterday. Mother Earth Garden Club, welcome in. All right, so that takes care of that one. We're not going to dig into that one much, but yeah, they don't need 3 new, not improved, 3 new mental health facilities in Contra Costa County, unless it's to deal with the sticker shock of the prices of homes thanks to the great Lord nuisance. All right, next one. I'm just going to read the headline and we're going to move on. That way, I'm not supporting or going anything against this. This is the headline: FDA authorization of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines have been found to be invalid. You can look up news on that one, and that was sent to one of the people in the chat here. Yeah, like I didn't see that one coming. Next one. Alert! Joe Biden diagnosed with aggressive cancer. Remember that. So they're saying he was has been diagnosed with aggressive cancer, and they've known about it for a while. But we got something up here as we get near later on here. One of the other related news items down the list here. So and I'll make sure to comment back on that one. California metro areas with the biggest inflation problems. Just about any of them. Once you're in a metro area, everything seems to go skyrocketing out of proportion to what is there. So another reason not to live in the metro areas of California. Next one here, In-N-Out Burger menu changes. I know In-N-Out Burger, at least I don't think it's nationwide. It's big out west here. But In-N-Out Burger menu changes. Let's find out what they're doing, shall we? Go in here. And it's loading up. In-N-Out menu changes. I know. I think a whole bunch of other crap they're throwing in here too. DoorDash driver fesses up this sophisticated. Okay, now In-N-Out changes. Okay, let's get down. Where's they lead it off with In-N-Out changing its menu? Where do they do it? They bury it down at the bottom, almost at the bottom of the list. So menu changes at In-N-Out Burger. Ought to be interesting to see what they're going to be changing here. Statement comes from U.S. officials after U.S. officials said they would urge food makers to phase out petroleum-based artificial colors in food supply. Yay! Okay, let's see. The Irving-based, that's Irving, California, based company is in the process of transitioning to ketchup made with real sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, baby. Research better quality for oil for fries. Okay, we've already done that research In-N-Out. It's called lard. That's what it used to be back in the old days. Until they tried to squeeze every little penny out of it. Then they changed it to that mechanical lubricant called canola oil. Statement from In-N-Out Burger. Over the past decade, In-N-Out Burger has made meaningful changes to our ingredients, always keeping our customers in mind. Owner and president Lindsay Snyder said in a prepared statement announcing adjustments that provided to the patches the news network on Thursday. This was put out last Thursday, so it didn't pop up in my feed till Friday. We take pride in these improvements. Our focus remains the same, staying true to our founders' promise over 75 years ago. List of changes in the statement include replacing yellow 5 with turmeric and pickles, chili, and spreads, replacing red 40 with beta carotene and vegetable juice in strawberry shakes and pink lemonade, replacing artificial vanilla with natural vanilla. So, hey, no more beaver butt juice. So they're replacing the artificial vanilla with natural vanilla in shakes, replacing artificial flavors with natural flavors in chocolate syrup and cocoa, replacing high fructose corn syrup with natural sugar in shakes, strawberry syrup, spreads, and pink lemonade, replacing calcium propionate with in buns, and removing cottonseed oil. All right, sounds like In-N-Out Burger's going, pardon my pun, whole hog on making things better there. All right, sorry, I've been listening to the chat. Okay, Tibor. Howie, Food First Permaculture's in here. Yeah, I know they should be going sugar, but the thing is, with the sugar-free ketchups have a lot of other chemicals in them. That's the problem. Yeah, aircraft engine lubricant oil, also used in other engines and other machineries as well. Lewis is in the house. It's the Marshmallow Man. And Mark is saying, do the fries in beef tallow. Oklahoma Pass safe driver FEMA. Okay. All right, let's get down here, back down to the bottom, catch up everybody here. All right. So Tammy Harder's in the house. All right, let's get on with the news here. Get that one out of the way here. Back over there. Trump tariffs spur shocking drop in Port of Oakland shipments. I'm going to go and look at this because from what I heard, the shipments haven't dropped off yet. In fact, they're increasing because stuff was already in the works and trying to beat the the thing here. Come on. Open it up. There it goes, finally. The Port of Oakland, California, reported a double-digit drop in volume for April, thanks largely to President Trump's chaotic on-again, off-again trade wars. Yeah, you can tell this was a lefty writing this one, a Joe Biden Kool-Aid drinker. Yeah, good numbers they're given here doesn't match some of the numbers I heard on an alternative website. That no. Yeah, they're just the numbers don't match up. So we can tell that the lefties are trying to scare people again. All right. This one was sent by Caitlin Strain to me. Headline is EU proposal would allow for deportations to third countries. In other words, if someone is a asylum seeker and they don't want them there because they know who they are really, they can deport them to a different country other than back to the one they will, to another country that will accept them. And Mark said they always drop off in April, May. Yeah. Biden is on his way to another dimension. Yep. All right. All right. So so that's what the EU is doing there. The proposal allows the members of the EU to deport to other countries. All right. All right. This has got to be this next one's got to be one from Caitlin Strain. Yeah. And so Nebraska refers to Nebraska, Iowa's request not yet acted on. So the news article is state issued federal waiver to ban people from buying soda with food stamps. Of course they shouldn't be buying soda. That's not food. So Nebraska has done it. Iowa's request has not been acted on yet, but it's coming. All right, let me go back here. Boom, boom. All right. Here's the tie-in one to the one I said before about Joe Biden diagnosed with aggressive cancer. Top DOJ official accuses Joe Biden of elder abuse. Let me get in and look at this. This was good. Senior Department of Justice officials, quit throwing all the ads in there, you stupid thing. Accused former First Lady Dr. Jill Biden of elder abuse for not publicly revealing her husband's health issues amid his recent prostate cancer announcement. Leo Terrell, senior counsel for the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, claimed that the former First Lady should face criminal charges that the former president's advanced prostate cancer was possibly hidden following similar accusations about his public blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the doctors knew about it, and she knew about it when he was still running for president, and that's what they're going to try to nail her on, is the fact that she was encouraging him to run while he had cancer and most likely would not have survived. You know, either the race, I mean, he didn't survive if he'd been elected. So, yeah. And so, anyways, and someone else got him to drop out. Anyway, so that's when it's something going on there. Personally, it's like, that's not why they both of them should be going to jail for something else. Iowa governor signs bill limiting when local governments can ban fireworks. So if you're interested in that one, go check on what the local Iowa governor limiting what local governments can do, cities and counties. Let's see here. Okay. Governor Reynolds signs law getting rid of citizen police review boards. This was the same governor that signed the bill that limits cities and stuff from banning fireworks. Governor Reynolds signs bill for adoptive parent equal leave. So if you have adopted kids and they're sick or something, and you need to use the Family Leave Act, whatever it is, yeah. So in Iowa, yeah, now you can. By the way, he is not. Governor Reynolds is not seeking. Yeah. Okay. This is another one from Kaylin. Daisy brand. I take it Daisy. I didn't have a chance to look into this. I've been so friggin' busy this week. So I will look at this here in just a second here. Daisy brand is open. Boone, Iowa. Daisy brand breaks ground on plant expected to create over 100 jobs. And they're not saying what Daisy brand is. So give me a second while I look up what Daisy brand is for you guys. Daisy brand, B-R-A-N. Daisy brand is sour cream cottage cheese. Okay, it's a dairy brand. Okay, got it. All right. I thought I'd seen that around, but I didn't know. U.S. Senator Grassley, Republican from Iowa, comments on crypto regulation plan. And I did not go in and look at this one here, so let's find out quick what's going on. I'm trying to go. Oh, dang, it's jumped all over the place here. There we go. Monday night, U.S. I don't need an ad over that. The U.S. Senate advanced its first major piece on federal legislation aimed at regulating cryptocurrency. The so-called Genius Act would establish a new regulatory framework for stable coins, which are digital tokens pegging to currencies like the U.S. dollar. Senator Chuck Grassley says he personally wouldn't invest in crypto at this time, but he wouldn't prohibit other politicians from doing so. Yeah. Personally, I don't think politicians ought to be investing in crypto if they're making legislation to control it. Let's get back there. Yeah, so all right, here's one that is newly discovered fault could split Africa in half. Wait a minute, we knew about this several months ago because when they had some earthquakes over there, Ben Davidson said, "Wait a minute, this is the fault line here. It's and it's splitting kind of northeast to southwest across Africa." So that's the headline is newly discovered fault. No, it's not newly discovered. Could split Africa in half. All right, here's one. China may take actions regarding U.S. proposal to NAN Chinese chips. So someone's putting out a warning about the chips and problems with them, and China's is threatening to sue them for letting the cat out of the bag, basically. So on China for that one. This one I didn't even look at because it just irks me no end. COVID vaccine rules changes proposed. What to know in California? Well, until they actually make the changes, there's nothing even to look at on that. Oh, here's one for you. Donald Trump Jr. contemplating future presidential run. Yeah, well, that's not going to be for a few years because in 4 years, unless they change the thing to allow Donald to run again, it's probably going to be the VP running, and instead maybe Donald Jr. can be VP to the current VP. Let's see. Lynn County, Iowa, nuclear power plant proposal restart proposal. So that is, let me go look at that one there. A lot of people hate nuclear power. If the problem is that I see with it, they don't have enough safeguards on it. But it said the Lynn County Planning Zoning Commission took public input on its meeting Monday on restarting the nuclear power plant outside of Palo. The Duane Arnold Energy Center shut down in October of 2020, but the demand for energy is rising with data centers expanding in eastern Iowa, leading the county to consider additional energy sources. Yeah. My biggest problem is they better have EMP-proof controls on nuclear power plants, which they do not have in place currently. So that if there's an EMP pulse, it can shut down and still function and shut down. All right, where are we at here? We got 10 more to go, folks. I'm going through. Okay. Oh, Japan's agriculture minister resigns after a remark about not having to buy rice. He says, I haven't bought rice in a long time. My supporters send it to me. And right now, rice's price is skyrocketing in Japan. Yes, he opened his mouth and inserted foot, and now he's having to resign. Iowa-based Blue Bunny ice cream recalling more than 18,000 tubs of ice cream. You want to know what flavors it is? So Blue Bunny was kind of good until they changed their formula and started putting the crap in it because they had some that were really good. The Food and Drug Administration says more than 18,000 3-gallon tubs. That's a lot. It's not the little small tubs or it's the 3-gallon tubs of Blue Bunny, Halo Top, and Bomb Pop ice cream and frozen yogurt products are part of the recall. Blue Bunny is voluntarily recalling 22 different products because of the concerns they may be contaminated with plastic. And that's all the article says. Whoopee! Let's have some real information. Like what are the varieties and the products, and finding out that. So everybody's going to stop buying all Blue Bunny products until they get the facts out. New Iowa law protects victims of ATM fraud. That's good. With all the stuff going on that, need to protect people. Oh, this one perturbs me no end. Illegal immigrant, age 24, arrested for posing as a 16-year-old teen to attend high school. Gets dimed out by his baby mama, who contacted the couple that were asked to be guardian parents for him, and told him, hey, this guy is 24 years old. Here's a picture of me carrying our baby. Yeah. All right. This next one here, I did not open up. I'm going to open up now, see it, because they're being limiting what sometimes I look here on the Epic Times. House passes Trump agenda bill in early morning vote after weeks of negotiation. In a tight vote just before 7 a.m., the House approved the big, beautiful bill, in quotes, big, beautiful bill, central to the president's agenda. What does it say about this? Talking about all the ins and outs of it. Someone says it's a debt bomb, so basically it's going to, help close the debt. They don't say exactly what all this is covering in this one, so you could probably look it up elsewhere if you're really interested to find out what the bill covers and does there. Here we go. Salmonella outbreak in California linked to vegetables. Duh. Vegetables grown in on farms that don't provide outhouses to their workers. All right. The Senate blocks California's ban on gas-powered sale vehicles set for 2035. So California was trying to ban anybody being able to buy a gas-powered vehicle in 2035. And the Senate said, no, you can't do that. Even though Captain Crazy said you could. All right, we got some fires going on now here in California. Near Livermore, California, the Interstate 580 was closed because of the fires, and the Midway fire forward progress has been stopped. So when the fire was burning, they stopped it. And let's see if I can find anything about that one here, where the Midway fire is. It was burned over 250 acres close to Livermore. So same fire. Yeah. So the fires are already starting in California. California's burning again, or California's burning again. And it's only May. All right, the final one here, just sent to me a couple minutes before we started from Caitlin Strain. Last batch of penny blanks ordered by U.S. Mint. So they're going to stop the last batch of blanks. And it says pennies which cost more than 2 cents to mint are going to be stopped being made. So get your pennies. What I want to know is what is happening to all those pennies people have been minting. Oh yeah, they've been putting those little things that destroy the penny and make it into a little spread out stamp thing. Yeah. Fire season is now all year in California and certain other states. All righty. The U.S. Mint will continue to manufacture pennies while an inventory of penny blanks exists. The agency did not specify how long the inventory was expected to last, but it's unclear when pennies will no longer be in circulation. I don't know if them no longer being in circulation, they should still be out there. Just that more people are using debit cards and credit cards and checks, so they aren't using cash. So those that want to use cash should still have the pennies then to use. The penny has been produced for 233 years. It was one of the first coins made after the agency was established in 1792. The government has produced approximately 3.2 billion pennies in 2024. I'm sorry, 3.2 billion pennies, unless people are hoarding them, and some of the other oddballs, there should be more, plenty of pennies out there in circulation. And they should stop pulling them out of circulation. Just keep them out there. That's what it looks like. They're pulling older ones out of circulation. Just leave them out there till you can no longer read what's on there, and then a collector will take it. All righty, folks. Hey, Wayne. Digital currency combined with AI system is going to be the end of anonymity. Yeah, actually, it'll also fuel the black market insanely. So people can remain anonymous about what they're purchasing and stuff. And stuff. What they are purchasing and stuff. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, let's see if I can bring it up here. I do have some funnies for you guys here. If I can find it, Facebook memes. Let's see what we got here. Let's see how it does it. Okay, what the heck happened to that? Dang it, did it move it to the bottom? No. Did it delete it? I just had a picture up there and it went. Dang. Shoot, I just lost a real cool one. I don't know why it decided to hide it. Okay, so let's open this one up. These are some cool memes that either were sent to me or I spotted on it. Democrats saying, okay, maybe we lied about Biden's health and the Russian collusion and COVID and Hunter's laptop and voter fraud and January 6th and the Ukraine and Epstein and Hollywood and everything in between. But trust us when we tell you that Trump is a threat to. Froze. Let me start that over again. I didn't realize I was frozen again. So, okay, maybe we lied about Biden's health and Russian collusion and COVID and Hunter's laptop, and voter fraud, and January 6th, and the Ukraine, and Epstein, and Hollywood, and everything in between. But trust us when we tell you Trump is a threat to our democracy. Democrats, you can keep your democracy because the United States is not now, or has it ever been, a democracy. It is a republic. It is a constitutional republic. And a democracy is a step backwards. All right, let's see what the next one here says. If your parents paid 80K in the 90s, made 80K in the 90s, you'd have to make 246,000, blah, 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 in 2024 to have the same life style. Yeah, so 240K is the new 80,000. That was one I shared with everybody else. So yeah, this was from we shared this one on last Saturday. Donner Lake. Ooh, they got a restaurant there at Donner Lake. Party of 6. Yeah, I like this Army school. Army school staff, teachers, librarians. Shh. New pennies you can scratch copper off. Yeah. All right, next one here. I finally cleaned all the cast irons at work. How'd I do? Oh, yeah, there actually is a channel that polishes the cast iron like this, and I'm not sure what he puts on it to keep it that way, but anyways, yeah, no. All right, here's the truth for you. Average monthly inflation under Biden, 5%. Average monthly inflation under Trump from February 2017 to January 21, and February 2025 to March 2025. Jeez, yay. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. And I covered this one here before. Prepper Girl, how's it going? All right, so let me go ahead and close that down. Yeah. So we went from some freezing temperatures to 80 degrees today with the low tonight is supposed to be mid 40s, thereabouts. And the highs, I don't know. I think I know that they got this wrong here because it was 80 degrees when I saw it. It might have made 81 or possibly in the shade on the north side of the house. So I don't think the temperatures were quite that cold, but we know they were, down to 30, down in the mid to low 30s 4 nights ago. So yeah, so we've been busy out there mowing and it finally stopped raining so I could mow the lawn. And then I mowed the city easement in front of the property across the street on 3 sides. 4th side is other properties, and started mowing a lot of the weeds down out in the field out there. Did the burn pile, kept pushing the burn pile around. Yes, we did go to the nursery, the new nursery for us. It's called Sunnyside Gardens or something like that. Chris said it was, she was in here. Okay, this is all cheesy stuff inside, little things and stuff. All the get the latest gadget type stuff. Only saw one thing worth getting, but we didn't. We looked at some of the plants and stuff. Before we buy it there, we're going to check the other ones for the same type plants to see if it's cheap or not. New England is getting a nor'easter, some mountaintop snow, rain in most areas. Yeah, the one time we went into Idaho Falls, I'm not sure it was when we were going to the nursery or not, but we saw over on that is probably Sunday, maybe Monday. The Grand Tetons, there was snow, new snow on the Grand Tetons. Myra Page, welcome. 40s at night here in Michigan. Yeah. But we have been so hot, and other people have been planting stuff already here. But yeah, it's like I was out riding that lawnmower with just a ball cap on, and my face got all hurt, owie. And then so I forgot to put on the big straw hat, which I wore today, so I was a lot better off. We did find the one big pile of wood chips that we had to dump across the street. The morning glory was starting to encroach upon it. So my wife went over and ran back here, grabbed my sprayer that had the 45% vinegar in it, went over there and sprayed that. And I'm mowing around stuff, getting stuff down, and she starts mowing, and I start doing using the tractor over there to push the burn pile over that we're going to burn to get it out of the moist ground and stuff, and do some other work over there. And then I turn around and look at and then this morning go over there to burn, and I look at the pile and all the greenery that was morning glory all around the crawling up the first that much up the bottom of the side of the pile and the area around it, all dead as a doornail. I love vinegar for taking out morning glory. It doesn't damage the soil, and it gets rid of that crap. Yeah, the mowing that we were doing out there in the field wasn't much. We're just trying to keep the some of the weeds and stuff down, and maybe the grasses will have a chance to catch up on it out there. But yeah, we're going to be maybe may or may not try some an area of cover crop out there. And my wife was wanting to try stake off an area and put wheatgrass down, because wheatgrass is what they use to make a straw that is better than rice straw or anything else for using in the garden. We'll go straight up in heat. Yeah, exactly. It's been a bad one here. Suddenly yeah. But I'm going to try to go get it out there tomorrow and give you videos of what I did, so you guys can see what we did. Georgia has hot weather right now. Yeah. Yeah, we're up in Idaho. Yeah. This is turning out to be a high desert up here. But yeah, we're going to get more of it mowed out there. I did not want to use the brush hog because the brush hog doesn't give a smooth, clean cut. Plus, the front end of the brush hog is constantly digging into the dirt to try to get it low enough to make a decent cut. And it figured I'm got tired of running into those ruts later in the year from that. So trying something a little different this year. We did find near the chicken pen some feathers and blood spots where something got nailed there by the chicken pen. John's Life, welcome. So anyway, so that's what's we've been just going constantly, and we had the oldest grandson with us a lot, and today, so trying to keep an eye on him with his autism, but I'm just reading the side chat here. All right, so coming up here tomorrow on Camp Patton Family Compound, the topic is plant your food trees now, and I got some interesting stuff that we're going to be talking about tomorrow, including a 40 variety fruit tree. One tree has 40 varieties on it, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. And we get over here in Saturday evening, 6 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. Eastern for Survival Saturday. After the polar ice caps melt, what are your plans? Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, Memorial Day. Probably not going to do a live. Talk with Tammy and Mark, and no one's interested in doing a live. I may come on and just, or I may do a premiere of, a video premiere of the garden if we get all the watering done. So it'll just be a premiere if I get around to doing that. Because there's with all the bark I have in the garden, we want to put soaker hoses. Move the bark. Run the soaker hoses by all the squash and pumpkins and watermelons we're planting. Loop it around the trees and cover it all up with the bark, so it's not exposed to the sun. So all the moisture is going down into the ground and not evaporating. So it'll save us water. Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping, how hurricane season affects everyone everywhere. All right, and that takes us through to the next midnight ride. Oh, what was that? More gun training? Hey, you can never have too much gun training. It's fun. All right, everyone. Stay happy. Don't let life get you down. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing. Learn a new skill every month and grow more food. All right. See you tomorrow over on Camp Patton Family Compound at 8 p.m. Eastern. Take care, everyone.